How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we've got actual legitimate Pokemon Scarlet and Violet news, but on top of that, also a lot of speculation and rumors to take a look at. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get started. First things first has got to be this real piece of information, which is coming to us from Poke-Experto in this case, in regards to there being a official piece of new news coming alongside this variety show called Pokédoco. Now, Poke-Experto is a news aggregator slash news website for Pokemon. I think it's a Spanish-ran one, so if you don't know what that is, now you know. And what are they talking about here? Well, on April 24th, episode of the Japanese show Pokédoco, which is a official show ran by, like, you know, the Pokemon company and stuff, will feature the latest Pokemon game news according to the show's summary. It's likely this information will be revealed beforehand. Now, April 24th, if we're going to look up when exactly that is Sunday next week. That's exactly 1 week from now when this info is supposed to come out, which means that this coming week, there is guaranteed to be news because Pokédoco is one of those variety shows. If you don't know what these are like weird shows in Japan that they do have for Pokemon where they just do weird, goofy stuff, and it's just kind of like a you know, thingy to have on Sunday mornings before the actual cartoons start, right? Just a weird little variety show. And back in the day, these variety shows were actually legitimate ways to get information and news, but nowadays with trailers and tweets and stuff like that, it's been harder and harder to, like, for those guys to actually have information first, right? It doesn't really happen as much. However, if there is official information supposed to be revealed during this, you know, during this show, that means that actual real info will be revealed before that. So, this upcoming week, so basically everything between Tuesday to Thursday is when you should watch out, because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, things could happen. Even Friday if they are really late with the info, but news will happen this upcoming week 100%. This is guaranteed pretty much. And here's another piece of information he says here. The key phrase is this one right here. It means the latest Pokemon game information. So basically, yes, real, actual, concrete info. New trailer is coming. As to what kind of information will be given to us, we do not know. There is no, like, actual concrete, you know, confirmation of what that's going to be, but it's definitely going to be game information, game news. And worst case scenario, they just show off the original Scarlet Violet trailer. That would be really weird though, because it's been so long now since that was announced, right? Like, that was in what, end of February, so it's been almost like a month and a half, almost 2 months since that reveal. It would be really dumb for them to just show that same trailer, which is unlikely to happen. It's going to be a brand new one. Let's be honest and clear here. So yes, new information, new trailer coming this coming week. So get excited. New info is finally going to happen. Speaking of new info, there is this interesting kind of rumor that was sent to me here by Cupcake Chocobo, who basically put together a bit of a theory on what this, like, you know, kind of rumored, or like, not really rumored, but kind of riddle that's been given to us by Riddler Coup. If you don't know who Riddler Coup is, he's an individual that legitimately leaked stuff last year in 2021 for Pokemon Legends Arceus and Pokemon also Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Actually leaked real info through riddles, and he had a new riddle which was first teaser of Titan, and then there was three lines, though you won't know what it is maybe until June, July, or August. We'll keep giving Alms monthly, and my puppy daddy loves you. And it's really weird because he always does this daddy puppy thing with Centro. It's really weird, and Centro is another like, I guess, individual who shares leaks, but nonetheless, he says, I know you've probably seen this, but I was thinking when he added the dog emote, could it be Cerberus? Which actually would be an interesting idea if that, you know, it could always be a possibility. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Could Cerberus, like the actual mythological creature in this case, be the legendary in this case? Because we haven't seen them use this design besides maybe like Hydreigon, I guess, is where this design has been seen the most. But what do you guys think? Would it be possible? Let me know. Next thing that was sent to me by the same individual is, not many would think much of the dog emote, but I kept looking at the hint. Then I remembered Cerberus has 3 heads, and it can also lead into the Hydra too, so maybe they will be the box art legendaries. I don't really know. Another thing that you noticed here is actually, if you look at the trailer in the gameplay, in the bottom right corner here, there actually is this tiny little star piece almost. If you guys can look right underneath me here. See, right there. There's a tiny little, it almost looks like the actual design of it almost looks like the shiny stars that you get when you find a shiny Pokemon, right? That's kind of what it looks like, and it makes me wonder, is it possible that with the new mechanic, we will have to go around the map to certain areas to get our hands on, like, these star pieces or whatever it might be? That also could just be a little random item. It could be nothing important. But could it be that we have to go around the map, collect these things to put into some sort of, like, mechanic or whatever to then be able to be used in battle? I don't really know, but I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on that as well. And continuing over to the next thing tweeting, which is this right here, which is from Soul Silver Art, who says, if you don't believe the uncle info on the amount of new Pokemon, well, besides that, I trust the source. Here's why it makes sense to me, and there's a thread. Gen 5 was the last generation to introduce, like, a big number of brand new Pokemon, and there's a speculation here that this one will introduce, I don't know, something like 137 Pokemon. Now, you think Gen 6 has the lowest number of new mons, but the truth is that, and he continues on here in the thread, in terms of designs, when you add all the megas and the number of new designs in total, Gen 6 is about 120, so 72 new mons and 48 megas. I'd say about, because this is even adding forms like Vivillon, Zygarde, Furfrou, etc. So Gen 7 is actually smaller. Still, 7 had huge new Z-move animations for multiple mons, totems, and introduced a few new Pokemon and forms in Ultra and Ultra Moon, 88 new plus 18 regional forms, a total of 106, which actually is a lot of Pokemon if you think about it. Again, not counting forms like Necrozma and Lycanroc, then Gen 8 introduced a huge number. When you add extra forms like Urshifu, Indeedee, Toxtricity, and regional forms, and all the G-Max forms, and all the PLA forms and mons, you get about 172, 103 new Pokemon plus 37 regional forms plus 32 G-Max forms. This means that Game Freak always shoots for about 100 to 150 new Pokemon designs every generation. So we take all of this into account. If we don't get any new gimmick forms like G-Max in Scarlet and Violet, then logically the dex number of the new Gen 9 Pokemon game, or, Pokemon will be higher, because as I said, if you look at every gen of Pokemon, you'll see no matter what, there is always over 100 new designs, and this is true. Now, interestingly, the uncle did say, and if you actually look at the generations here, I think it does list specifically on Bulbapedia how many were introduced. So if you start from Gen 1, 151, Gen 2 introduced another 100, Gen 3 introduced 135, Gen 4 introduced 107 brand new Pokemon, Gen 5 introduced the most with 156, more than even the first gen had, right? So even more there. Then Generation 6 had 72, Generation, not counting forms and stuff, I guess. Generation 6, then Generation 7 had 88. Generation, in this case, I guess, 8 had 96. And Generation 9 has 3 so far, right? But they do introduce, I mean, you can count this number as 9, actually, because you have to remember they also get evolutions, the starters, always. So that's another thing, right? Now, the uncle did say there will be also be regional forms in Scarlet and Violet, so maybe you can count them in the total. But the big question is, will we get a gimmick forms in that same total number or not? It was never really specified in any new forms, if any new forms are separate from total or are instead included in the total, right? So what he's talking about is that number we were given, right, with so many being included. It was never actually specified from the, like, this big leak that came out, the uncle leak or whatever, if those numbers would include the brand new, like, mechanic forms, the actual general regional forms, and the actual brand new Pokemon. And what it says here is Scarlet and Violet will have one of the largest new Pokemon selections in a very long time, around the ballpark of Gens 1, 3, and 5, so over 100. In addition to that brand new Pokemon surge, regional forms will also still be around, so interesting. Here's on. However, I did seem to imply that there will be a lot of brand new Pokemon added to the dex, and when it comes to the dex talk, new forms don't count as new Pokemon. Eclipse also said this about the new forms, grain of salt though, so new gimmick forms seem unlikely to me. However, and he continues on, so do you think the competitive players will like the new gimmick? It's something new for once, not like an additional move or form, something really new. You'll get both people who will like it and hate it, so yeah. And then the other thing is, from your leak, third leak, how many brand new mons and how many regional forms? If you count all of them together, there are more than Porygon, that's all. So, it's a bit of an odd one. So Porygon being 137, I think, in the Pokedex. Does the gimmick give the Pokemon a new form or some kind of color aura or both or none? And he just said yes to that, which is a bit confusing. But he continues on here. However, Gen 8 actually broke the mold. Game Freak went a little crazy with the amount of new designs we got. So who's to say they won't do the same for Gen 9? All I'm saying is, if there are new gimmick forms, they'll probably subtract from the amount of new mons we get. Gen 8 was like this. So, no gimmick forms makes the most sense with this over 100 new mons uncle info. And I've said it 1,000 times, the only thing I needed Gen 9 to do is give me a solid number of new Pokemon, but I was thinking about around 85. Seeing, collecting, and using new designs is what we love most about Pokemon. And I do agree, it wouldn't be fun if they just decided to smash us in the face, you know what I mean, with just a lackluster amount of brand new Pokemon and just give us a ton of regional variants, which there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, the biggest thing to take away from today's video is this right here. We're getting brand new information. That's the thing we've all been waiting for. Brand new info is coming. So if you guys aren't ready, then you should get ready, because we will be live streaming all the information coming up. We'll be doing live streams and stuff like that, so just stick through, you know, on the channel for that. We'll be, you know, live for all of it. We might even watch this Poke show in case, you know, they don't show stuff throughout the week. Maybe that's going to be the moment they show us brand new info. Unlikely though, but we'll have to wait and see. But nonetheless, that's it, ladies and gents. Thank you for watching. My name is Waffle Out. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out and bye-bye.